On the play against J. Telemon. A mysterious name for a player. Grazer explore into ring. Likely turn 3 ring, turn 4 Titan. Seems okay. Oh kurwa. I'll play my Boseiju even though maybe I shouldn't, looking at those. And I'm curious, intrigued, and scared. Colony Garden. So my Colony Garden. So this might be perhaps yeah, Glimpse. I was thinking of that, couldn't think of the deck name. So Boseiju in Glimpse is irrelevant. I guess I might Boseiju Elena of Sanctity to let Valakut do its thing, but that's later. As is now, I kinda need amulets to win, and likely my opponent is gonna do something scary next turn. Maybe they'll just flip a bunch of lands and ley lines. Or maybe it's something entirely different. No, it's Glimpse. This is it, a bunch of lands and ley lines. So villain did flip over Omni Atraxa, only to flip over those. They might just cascade again though. So what is the analyst version supposed to do better than the non-analyst version? Question mark. You just do more stuff. Emrakul, the Eon Storm, Omniscience, one with the multiverse. That's scary. Cast Emrakul, the Eon Storm. I get it. I see. Have Vexing Bauble and Force of Vigor. Force of Vigor can kill off ley lines and make them have less stuff to put into play. So what does Analyst let you do? It wins without combat, it makes you able to play less Sounders Pact, it gives more threats into your deck, it gives you a 2 mana threat that's good at playing through counter magic. Because it's just 2 mana and needs to be countered frequently. So I found Analyst valuable in that way. Good Colossal Skyturtle over a rank 2. Ring seems bad. They're casting Emrakul. And ring doesn't really interfere with that. Don't remember living and doing that. Same. Living Ent, but crazy. At the very least, this can get Vexing Bauble. Keep and go Vestige into Grazer. This gets Bauble before my opponent casts a Cascade. Or does it? Question mark. They have 2 cards in hand, so actually likely it does. An Amulet, nice. Yeah. I tried to title my stream Anal Amulet and it didn't let me. If I play Analyst, I might mail Bauble. Yeah, it's not legal. I mean, if they have land cascade, they get to look at 4 cards. And maybe I lose to that. Canister wins. They exile their glimpse. Maybe they just drew 2 glimpses. Or however many they play. Cool game. Really cool game. What can I say? Maybe I should play land over the last ring or Generous Ent to pitch to Force and be a land. Really? Not sure. Seems like ring might be better than that because it's a very fringe application of the card. Oi oi oi. Double amulet. I have Otawara. Seems like a keep. Turn 3 I can fetch Lotus Field. Play Lumra. Lumra will die unfortunately, but we can make it not die with the Forest Grazer. Glimpse survived once again. Scary, right? La Hysteria. I do need to play out my amulet to actually win next turn. There is some upside in holding up Boseiju and being able to disenchant an Omniscience if a trigger will be on the stack from a Cunning Garden or something, but realistically I should play it like this. Keeps on top. Incoming mana house raid. Holy guacamole. Whoa, missed a source of mana. Is that an interaction card or did they just keep Cunning Garden on top? Boseiju, not good. Interaction card is coming. House of Memes, MTG, thank you for the humongous raid and welcome to the Titan continuous Titan stream. But now that we got Boseiju, I need to rip, so help me rip. This is not quite ripping. Thanks. So I guess I have 8 mana, so I should Analyst first and then Lumra. That's the biggest value. So you're gonna mill 7 total for both. Keep the Boston in hand for now for Grazer purposes.
He's a phenomenal control player.
Analyst. No lands milled. Map milled only, which is a fake land. Never ever hacking lucky in this children's card game. Is there any chance I should Grazer first? It's pretty hard to say. If I find a Lotus Field, I win. If I find a Simic Grove Chamber, I don't win, but I'm fine. Can I make it so that I can use Otawara on anything? Not really. Boseiju doesn't matter because it nets them the same amount of elements for Glimpse. Schnarau, thank you very much for the Prime sub. I think I'll just play the bear. Lotus Field, Bros. And Gruul Turf. It's so easy. So hecking easy. Now we just got it. We have the Otawara Lumra loop. So make sure to float some blue. And I sack 2 lands. Otawara my bear. Let's not spend my colorless. Play Lumra. Vesuva, copy commercial district. So of course having double Lotus Field in my deck probably increased the odds that I will just nutty loop it over potentially not doing that. Survey 1. Graveyard. Very cool loop, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Tank Clan, for literally designing the loop from the ground up. You really outdid yourself in the loop designing department. I appreciate that a lot. Did work on Lumra a lot. Yeah, you think I was joking? I did. I was actually joking a little bit. I had no idea if he had worked on the Lumra bear at all or not, so. Or Divine. We finish the game when I say we're finished with the game. I guess you can kill the bear now with Kessig. To tell forward. What's a two-tail? Two-tail. I see. Ward is actually not that important for me currently. We got another sip. Where opponent was supposed to let me go, but then they scooped. Didn't actually want to get Boseiju forever. Understandable. 3 days ago, seen playing Living End. Alright. Is that already after bounce? Or was 3 days ago? Yeah, this is griefless. Holy guacamole. Living End finally free of the burden of having to play. The terrible Architects of Will. Finally getting to unleash its true power. No Bog main deck. It's kind of crazy to think that Living End used to play at instant speed and had 4 griefs. Also, I guess their build had 4 endurance. 3 endurance main deck, so Analyst, probably not the best in the matchup actually. Well, here it is. Charles Igent. So this is 10, this is exactly 19 power. So that's a bit rough. No daj do suba, bo przegrałem, no. Flare of Daniel. Holy shit. I guess the build had that. And they also press the enemy. Only 2 Force of Negation. Wow. I guess Force of Negation. Damn. Set Palantir. Return spell or non-permanent. May cast something with lesser mana value. Damn. Generous Ent in. Packed out. Endurance in. Plonking in. Bauble in. Bog in. Radiant Fountain in. I guess Cavern of Souls in too. Free Inevitable Betrayal. Force of Vigor Foundation Broker. Okay. Cat Boseiju. I guess Skyturtle in. Two Saga out. Defense greed might be in. Dryad 1x out. Honestly, Saga out. Down to 1 Saga. Or not. Hard to say. Saga can get Vexing Bauble now, so it gets more valuable. I can't say no to a hand like this. Open Mulgans to 5. Good morning, streamer. His Amulet is just so hacking back. Yeah. I mean, I played it for many weeks already. At least 2, so that should give you the idea by now, but I guess just seeking extra confirmation. Cycle, cycle, cycle. Alright, I guess I can just burrow down then and explore. Actually, not explore. Viscosa. Let's set up my artifacts. So next turn I can get a bounce land and then Giga Explore Max onto my opponent. Why are the sorceries speeding? Grief doesn't exist anymore. We're looking for Vigor, Force, but could keep bouncing the land, but we drew another one, doesn't matter. Why are people so shocked that Grief got banned? I don't know, bro. I'm not shocked. They were shocked, like some people are surprised that it was banned because it was not particularly good at the very moment right now, but probably he was mostly shocked because he did like playing Grief himself, and then it does feel weird that the card is banned when it's not particularly good at the very moment. But you know, of course, likely it would be eventually. It's much nicer to play against Living End when they don't scam Grief. They cycled Generous Ent in their upkeep, so the only rational explanation for that behavior would be that they're flooded. But there's plenty of irrational scenarios that could also be feasible. So who knows what went through their head. Top, Boju. Boga nie ma. Excuse me, not Bog, but Barrow downs you. We have bogged away a Salty, a Generous Ent, a Curator, a Foundation Breaker, a Waker of Waves, a Street Wraith, and a Curator of Mysteries. So overall, I would consider Bog as a successful part of my plan this game. Mr. House did so good today, Kenny. Did you see? I actually did not. How did he do? Let's clean up this card, Colossus, maybe. I guess Grief doesn't exist anymore, so I can just do that on turn 3. 9-1 in the showcase, I think. I mean the super qualifier. It's a good result. Top 4 the super. Damn, that's so super. Do I discard Titan or Colossus? He streamed for like 15 hours. Damn, that sounds like old canister. Colossus. Bye bye. Betrayal. Okay, that got me. How often do I go for the discard line versus living end? Pretty often. This player has inevitable betrayal, so you should not do that against them. Ever. And it's a 7 power Titan, so it's a 3 turn clock. Kind of crazy. Actually beatable? Yeah. I mean, not really, because villain will have something. Assuredly, but if they would never have anything, then it would be beatable. Bye bye, yeah then. Do I think Amulet is still strong even if you do not have any MH free cards? Well, you don't need many. Shifting Woodlands can't be that expensive. Shifting Woodlands, Urza's Cave, so we do have 2 MH free cards. Force of Vigor, cool. If we're on pitch cast Force, then they probably have way to spend their mana, so I can't win, but I think to win I need to play the Cavern. Ten power. Yeah, that's fine. That means that they didn't actually have anything. Just the endurance to attack for more. Chad, did you know that House of Mana MTG went 9-1 in the Modern Super Qualifier? Dobra. So if I hadn't skipped a turn to discard the Colossus, I would have been in a better spot. So opponent's sideboard plan certainly got me. 2 main deck Graveyard Trespasser. If anyone ever summons a Graveyard Trespasser against me in Modern, I will not know what to do. Frankly, Trespasser has been receiving a lot of bad rap in Pioneer, I think, where it was always way better than the naysayers like to claim, making fun of the poor Trespasser, but this is not Pioneer, this is Modern, so I'm having my reservations. You miss Hammer? Be the change you want to see in the world, play Hammer. Hot draw. Can't play a Titan, even with a Grazer. I don't have enough green. No green in play, so Grazer costs green, so I would be left with 6 mana, but only one of it would be green, so. Instead I pass, and next turn I double Amulet Titan. Opponent cannot really discard my cards realistically now. They don't even play Necro, so we won. Guys, what if Bowmaster is overrated? For sure is. The card receives the amount of hate reserved for very strong cards, but I don't know why it does exactly. It has roughly a power of a 2-drop, so seems right about what it should be. Hashtag unbiased. Not sure if the One Ring against Necro is that great with Shoulder and Bowmasters. It is often not a great top deck. Pretty good top deck against Fotsies though, so a bit conflicted. That's not what I said, Wontendo. I said that you will not catch me with my rings in my sideboard, which I guess might sound like what you just said, but what I meant is that I will not be playing sideboard ring like some of the list did. Probably should have brought this member too. I think having this member for Joldrad ×1 is relatively valuable against Necro. Because if they go Necro, but then you kill their Joldrad. Yeah, two scenarios here. Opponent either plays an absolutely unbeatable banger card, Destroyer of Worlds, or a fucking Bogart Roller. Those are the two outcomes. Sad March, bitch. Dumpling Sphere, okay. Dumpling Sphere is a combo with Vexing Bauble. Shoulder the Apocalypse. Good draw. Now I'll play Otawara and Crumbling Vestige, Titan, kill Joldrad. Oty, Diable. I will no longer do that. Radiant Fountain, Semi-Growth Chamber. I bounced the Otawara, I think. I'll make a decision if I want to draw the ring or not in my opponent's end step, so just to make sure that they can Bowmaster me on top of shouldering me. Actually get Bowmastered. Holy shit. Waiting for that Bowmasters to strike was honestly pretty bad for me. And dangerous. The ring is not enough. So I go to 5, then to 3. Have one extra card. Force my opponent to ping themselves. Primeval Titan makes me win the game easily. The dumping sphere actually was more of a problem than one would have admitted. Play Lotus Field and I have 4, 2, 3. I have the T-West, I have the Pact in my deck. Guess I'll get Hanweir Battlements. Not enough. I could win in a million ways this turn now. People. I think I would like to claim that Necro is a good matchup, chat. Would you agree with me on that statement, that sentiment, or do you think it's misguided and Necro is actually a terrible matchup? Discuss. Does any deck have a bad Necro matchup? Damn. Touche. It's a matchup, bro. Well put. Necro is actually a terrible matchup for Necro. Damn. True. Could they have a Soul Spike? They have 2 cards in hand right now. Soul Spike requires 3 cards in hand. They could have a Soul Spike. But it couldn't do anything to me. And at no point during this turn I made myself more or less vulnerable to Soul Spike. I guess at all of the times I wasn't. And now I'm not. What do I think of the Through the Breach combo deck? Is good. Is good, I think. It's an okay deck. No Vala good for fast wins. You know what they say. Good guys finish last. And patience is a virtue. And all kind of similar stuff. You're not a good guy. Thanks. I appreciate that. Nadu turns take too long. They probably don't. As the deck was banned and they turns take 0 minutes now because they don't happen. Interesting hand. Let's keep. Just gonna play out the Analyst on turn 2. And then another one. Shadowy Back Street. Glorious Vengeance put into their graveyard. That's downright insane. Explore. So now I have 4 mana. That's a lot of mana. I milled no lands, just the Colossus. That's unlucky. That's really unlucky. Palacio. So we can assume they have a Goraios. No spells milled. Classic. I think I would rather play them up. It's better against Soul to the Ephemerate. To not lose both of my Analysts. Seems overall just kind of better. Explore. Summoner's Pact. Honestly, would like probably Saga. I think I can play my other Analyst too. Well, it's 3 lands now. Ephemerate. Leyline Binding. Giant plus blue-white. Okay, so I have all the colors. Leyline Bonding. Ephemerate, another look for a big monster. Still missing. Classic Goraios. Chooses Ephemerate. I guess I can Ephemerate again. To have yet another look. Phalagi Archaeologist, such a powerful card. Psychic Frog. Valakut is a really good draw. I play Valakut, I target the frog. Which probably prompts Leyline Bonding on Dryad. Can let this happen, or I can and get a Titan. Or I can activate an Analyst now. Get free Valakut shots, shoot the monsters. Seems really quite good to me. It's under binding, that's fine. So this binds. Oh, I see. They did it in a way that's pretty good. So I could destroy the Leyline Binding with Dryad. So that they would need to discard 2 cards to keep the frog. Or cast Ephemerate. Not sure. Might be better to not give them mana. Golden Shine is mailed. Loud Fountain is in play. So do they even have an untapped white? It's not actually clear. Discard Griselbrand. Holy shit. Discard Atraxa. Oh wow, and they didn't. Reanimate last turn? I guess it's better to wait from their perspective. That didn't really play out too well. Probably would have been better off if I had. Wait, they chose Atraxa over Griselbrand? Griselbrand seems way better. Like so much better, right? Just draw 14. Waterlock Teachings. They flip down their Gorayo so they can get Griselbrand too, but then they spending mana in a way they don't necessarily need to. Our opponent's draw was pretty pathetic, but then mine matched theirs. The naturally drawn analyst wasn't particularly impressive. He did some stuff and it didn't amount to much. Sure, I'm dead now. Villain flipped, fought Caesars. Force of Negation. Ephemerates. Just nothing that I did anymore mattered. I think we won Vexing Bauble. Grazer is not 2 bargains frog technically. Vexing Bauble Endurance so-called combo. A so-called combination. Well, they hide their binding deck, so I guess I don't want to cut Boseiju. Trim Saga in anticipation of Wrath of the Skies. And we go. I think Defense Grid doesn't quite do what I would want it to do. Do they bring in Consign? Well, they very well could. Who really knows? Hand sucks, so there was a good reason maybe not to keep it, but you know, the Consign is a type of a card that I would not be surprised if my opponent decides to bring it in, and I would not be surprised if they decide to leave it on the so-called bench. Impossible to tell. Forest, Lumra milled. Nice. Are you playing a challenge with Analyst Amulet Titan? Well, yes, I am in fact doing that right now. Very good question though. That's what we are doing. Chat, the frog is so strong. So hacking strong. Discard Atraxa. I got Ayos in Atraxa. Okay. Must be nice. Fotsies. Marshflats, Emperor of Bones, Tainted Indulgence, Griselbrand. Frog is so strong in their deck. Chooses Phalagi, Delta. Indulgence and Thoughtseize. Proc Firewall Grizzlebrand. Holy shit, that's true. It's like Channel Fireball. Just draw a lot and then deal a lot of damage. So I guess it is not too bad right now. Take my damage, play my ring, then I'm fine. Well, fine, I'm at 9 life, but I'm as fine as one could be at 9 life. I was hoping for a land. Of course, they might have Force of Negotiation, then I'll die. Any chance I want to get a Vexing Bauble, then I think Amulet is what can lead to victory, and Vexing Bauble honestly could too. They put Falachi, Delta, Indulgence, Thoughtseize. I have the turtle to discard the frog. They took one of my rings, so that suggests that they don't have a Force of Negation, I think. They would take the turtle otherwise, so I should take Amulet. I think it's a pretty strong signal actually, if you consider that. Like, they have a Force, I'll be really surprised here. Yeah. Too bad to miss lands now. They play Flare? No, they don't play Flare in Gorayo. Blue. Untap. Falaccio. Ephemerate. Ulamog the Defiler. Traxa. Scary shit. But yeah, they took my ring with Thoughtseize, which suggests that there is a difference for them between me chaining 2 rings and 3 rings. At least perceived. Play Boseiju. Saga Analyst. Keep Boseiju. Did I keep the correct one? Yes. Oof. Yield until end of turn. Why doesn't Goraz play the 1 ring? It's because it doesn't fit into the strat the best. Could be the reasoning, but realistically hard to say. So Atraxa, like Goraya Atraxa is kind of like the same role as the 1 ring, so you'll be kind of doubling down on the same effects. And believe me or not, there could be such thing as too much of card draw and too much of a good thing. Ma Goraya tego z Rula Moga, no to chuj. I should have packed that for endurance, I just have 6. Pretty rough. And we're up against Nahuel. My hands are a bit shitty today. Sometimes you play Amulet and it's all fine, but then you get humbled by the bad hands. Happening many times in a row, and you think to yourself, yeah. Sometimes you play Amulet, and sometimes Amulet plays you. That's so true. I think I want to play 10 to Saga Dryad rather than Dryad Saga. Expect that Meticulous Archive to be a control deck, but it seems like an on-off deck only, merely. Hopefully I can draw a land that is not a Boseiju, and preferably untapped. Is triple Amulet hand too much to ask for every game? Yeah, you get it. Pitch Flash. Kill Dryad. Chat, do you think Villain is playing Counterspell in their deck? I think that they might. Set consigned to memory. Probably not. They did fetch blue, blue, blue. So, expecting Counterspell's presence in Villain's hand. Rather, deck rather. And perhaps too, but the Onion Ring, unsurprisingly, comes down on turn 4. What else, right? Your move. The Onion Ring. Drawing and drawing and drawing. Cards, cards, cards. What am I scared of? Well, I guess I'm scared of the fact they will draw a lot of stuff with the ring and I'll get run over. For once. Only need Polymorph to summon the Blue Eyes Triple Dragon. Dragon? These nuts. I counterspell. Dobra. The little construct that could. What is the cacophony we're listening to? 7 Amelias, 1 lonely rolling star. This villain tapping out. Sort of. Play fetch land. Can still keep up counterspell. And spend 4 sorcery speed mana. Remember the dominance of 4 color decks right after MH. Not MH. Lotr released. It was kind of cringe. How do I focus with this music in the background? It's simple. I don't necessarily focus. I don't necessarily play focused. I just am unfocused. I hope that helps. Okay, we get a Titan. But what do we search with it? Not much that's meaningful. TOS for Mr. Beast. It's been playing 80 cards. I just noticed that they do have a lot, yeah. Surprise, no Cavern. Okay, bro. Really surprising to see no Cavern. There's one on my sideboard, it's been really bad though. Valakut to make Dryad into a good draw. Not necessarily a fan of that. I think I do get one Saga. Maybe it's Saga Mycosynth Gardens. I like that. Sets me up for the future the best. And this game will have future. Maybe. Maybe I just get ringed into oblivion now that it's on 4 counters. Likely I do. I guess it's nearly guaranteed that the Saga will be interacted with, so it's almost pointless to fetch one. 5 surveil gamer. Sometimes you got to surveil some lands, and that's how it is. It is an 80 card deck, so it's 5 and 80. That's probably why villain plays 80s, because they want 5 surveil lands and they want to surveil 5 times per game to make their draw always so smooth, so good, so strong, and so unfallable. I think they should make the One Ring the companion. Realistically, it already is one, so it doesn't really matter. I don't know, I should stubbornly keep playing Saga. I cast Leyline Binding. Sure, bind away. There's Ren in their deck too. Yes, Only Tenteferi Strenche. Lost 2 land drops for no reason already. Well, not for no reason, but lost 2 land drops I could have not lost. From the first 2 challenges post-restriction, Lurus is still the best deck in Vintage. Sure. What else did you expect? Of course it was going to be. I cast Yellow Binding. Okay. The One Ring draws you so many cards that every card in your deck is a companion, actually. If you think about it this way. So the second ring is a companion because you always end up drawing it, because you always choose so many cards that you found the other one. Once deck only draws cards, it also solitudes the fairies, leyline bindings, leyline binds, and similar. Doesn't seem to be doing too much. And they don't even keep their like full rings. Somehow red and 6 got discarded with, like, they have red and 6 Boseiju, which, why wouldn't they? Is Wolf Run to pump small creatures a plan? No, it is not a plan. I still think Amulet has a positive matchup against these type of decks. Am I right? You're right. You think. Holy shit. Consigned to Memory main deck. What the heck? I mean, it's getting popular, more popular. Main deck Memory. Like, I'm not favorite to win this game, but it's always been pretty hard for me to say who's favored. So the verdict or solitude. 6 mana, 7 mana, 8 mana. What is 8 mana, bros? I'm scared. Did March? Wrath of the Skies X6. No, nieźle. Should just like keep making land drops and ignoring amulets, I think. Which I didn't, and it was bad. But like, playing sagas for them to die. Could have just made so many actual land drops. Warfare or Linga sounds like it would be pretty cringe indeed. What do you do with Consigned to Memory if you play against Boros? You counter a Raptor's trigger? Why not Cultivator there? So if I play Cultivator now, I get counterspelled, my opponent ends bad, right? So unlikely that there is gonna be a better spot, but maybe. I think I kind of need a better spot to win. What a weird game. Not sure what to do, so I'm kind of doing random moves. My opponent is kind of failing to progress the game in a way where they would really be ahead. I mean, the villain has 2 counterspells in hand right now, I guess that's good enough. Spell Snare. Oh, pierdolę, Spell Snare. But the Ren getting discarded, that's pretty wild. Villain Ren Boseiju me, then I would have just won. That's odd. Don't really want to cast anything. Reap Ring. I think opponent just wants to play more. Okay. You think so? It's 20 cards left in villain's deck, and so their choice to play 80 was pretty wise. Flash. Okay, I guess I'm getting clocked. Oh, the spin escaped. Didn't even notice it dropping to the graveyard. I definitely see why he was the last one playing the last round. Not untrue. Not even a single round, many rounds. Villain just making all of us this villain going on the list. They already on the list. Villain finally rans, but he pinged me. Too good to pick out pure Boseiju. Fair. It's all very fair. Oh, I'll counter spell. Okay, you do. What can I say? Repack 2. Okay, I'm paying. Now, will this do anything for me? Probably not. Even if it doesn't get spell snared. Yeah. Gets back woodlands. Yeah, which means I die. Just gonna try to consign my activated ability. Okay, so the issue is that I died. Despite getting all of those lands into play. Not only that, opponent learned they cannot consign Analyst, some mono downside. Ay ay ay. That was not good for me then. I play 4-color control, I am so smart. They literally think that, that's the worst. And then when they beat you, they kinda are smart. So that's also even worse there because they are vindicated in their silly belief. So really, it's a pain in the ass. Well, Merktide is actually a good deck, just on principles. It's a deck that makes sense. I play red and 6. You sure do, buddy. Nice counterspell deck, by the way. I bounce your Dryad. Oh no, Prismatic Ending, that's actually worse. Oh, so I'm gonna lose to this. Or not. Probably should bring Bojuka Bog. And then scooping, I guess if they don't have a Sawtooth, then it makes sense to scoop. Not winning anymore. Definitely introducing Barrow Downs into my deck for game 2. But Flash and Boseiju for 1 mana, kind of a tricky play and a relatively strong one. Keep. I surveil. No! I surveil. Okay, bro. Sure, chill out. We both get to surveils, okay? Bro just kept a one lander. Wild. Yeah. Enough joy, game one. Villain kept a one lander with a Survey land, failed to draw a land and 2 draws and then scooped. Soggy Meatball. Giganta. Last index 7 days ago, Jessica controls, they play Energy. Let's keep. Go Mirrorpool into... What's that? Black Cleave Cleaves? Probably Mardu. That is kind of funny. Because even Boros doesn't fit any cleaves into the deck. Bowmaster. Czy Grześ gra jeszcze w MTGO, czy już całkiem zrezygnował? No nie widziałem, żeby grał w MTGO, ale nie wiem. W sumie. Please be Kraken with Gorias. The most sane wish. Waste not energy. Yeah, let's not waste energy thinking about that. Where is the green source? There is a Lotus Field on top of my deck. Waste not. Okay. Amp Traptor. Okay. Amp Traptor into Amp Traptor. Oh no. Lotus Field off the top of my deck. I draw a Lotus Field right now. Almost. It's a map for Lotus Field, so eventually. Problem is I'll die in 3 combats. 2 combats. Most likely. Dragon Rage's Channeler. No, Dragon's Rage Channeler. It's an entirely different thing, I guess. Could draw a ring or Lotus Field now. Unfortunately, Bounce Land doesn't do it. No nie. What a pathetic way to die. Holy shit. I just died. I assume it's a moon deck. Let's go Force of Vigor if it's a moon deck plus. Whatever funny thing. On top of that, maybe minus Cultivator against the Bowmaster deck. I guess. Nah, let's keep Cultivator. Excuse me, Mr. Beast. Let's keep Mr. Beast. Waste not in modern. People certainly have ideas. Chad, if you were to play the vintage qualifier today yourself, what would you play? There is probably a trap and it's bad. Mono white despite the bubble ban. Pitch Vine, an unplayable deck. Bauble Smobble, well put. Wiem, że za miesiąc jest rotacja. Rotacja jest tylko w standardzie i ona już się wydarzyła w ogóle. Więc jak chcesz, to buduj. Modern Pioneer tam rotacji nie ma. Dredge is the only deck I've played. I guess that makes sense. Fire Spout Aftermath Analyst is gonna come up this game. That's crazy. If I get mooned, I guess I get punished for playing the Gruul Turf pretty badly, honestly. Okay, not mooned. Just Bobble, Amp Raptor, holy shit. Still waiting for the... Holy shit. Holy fuck. Here's the waste not part of the deck. It's a 4/4 army token now. I can't fire spout it. It's over. It's over. Kinda. Not really over. High win rate yesterday were Lurus, Doomsday and Initiative. That means that today you should play the opposite decks. To obtain the ideal win rate. Oh, missed. I missed for life from Spelunking. Wrong order. I should have put Echoing Deeps as Radiant Fountain. Gained 6, then play this Fire Spout. Huge waste. Thoughtseize. Sad, but hopefully I either lose Lumra or Ring, not both. I could have played the Ring last turn over Fire Spout, maybe that was better. I was afraid of this growing too big, but probably not really a problem. So I think I might have made a mistake. If Vesuva copies Deeps, is it a cave? Good question. Oh, I think so. I'm not 100% sure. Discuss, chat. Eyeball masters you. Okay, okay. That's fine. Jezusie. What we did? We had a blue source. Then I would not do anything with it, but I think I got punished a few times already for Gruul Turfs over Grove Chambers, honestly. Vestige is a blue source, but raz, dwa, trzy, cztery, pięć, sześć, siedem, osiem, I guess. I guess I live. Seems like not a moon deck with just one swamp, but who knows, honestly. Breach. Cool. I didn't have mana to copy Analyst with Woodlands. Alright, Soggy Meatball. Congrats for your well-earned victory, but I will feel bad about this match for the next 30 minutes. It's been extremely pathetic. I think I will play Edge Maze like this next turn. We'll see if I even play the Red Sweepers. Red Sweepers with no sources is kind of awkward, but Vestige is a actually viable red source, and so is Blood Moon. 7 sources. Let's fucking go. 8. Kinda. And also Cavern is cuttable for literally anything that's better than Cavern. No idea what I would want in the deck though. Opponent's deck is cool. Is it? I think I made a mistake by not playing the ring.